Yes. Hello humans. Are we live? I think we are. I think we are live. I think we are live. What's cooking? Samson Ezra. Hola. I have a message. I've been invited to Vietnam. We should go to Vietnam. CSP, how are you going, man? We are going to do another Catalan today, but I want to goof around a little bit. Ooh, knight h4. I was just about to say that this is a bit awkward. Well, at least I gave them a check. Not much else is going on beyond that. 99% accuracy King's Gambit game. That's an impossibility because as soon as you play f4, it drops down to 98. Right? Copy love. Okay, let's go. That's weird. Maybe I should have played c4 first. I regret that I did this. Should have gone c4 first, yeah. b4 is a bit hanging. But that, honestly, I don't know if we should care too much about. Your girlfriend is a chess player. Against all common sense, you went with a chess player girlfriend? Aye, 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 aye. I'm proud of you. You are a brave man. You are a brave man. Are you talking about the Jazz Mountain game, by the way? Okay, we just bonded another pawn there. Oof! Can't even take back because knight h5 and he missed all the tactics there. Yeah, the Jazz game was next level, yeah. He's actually playing this game really, really poorly, this guy. Like, he missed so many forced wins already. Which is not to say that I'm playing this well, by the way, because I'm not. We win this endgame, no? I guess the answer is no, we don't. Fudge. Clean! Clean! baby! That's clean. Where is my money?
Show me the money! Show me the money!
I don't think that anyone's boyfriend is in the chat. Much more likely everyone's girlfriend is currently in the chat, my friend. Boyfriends don't frequent this place as much as girlfriends do. I'm not sure why you would spend 2 moves on trading that, but okay. I'll take your word for it, brother. I should have, could have, would have, yeah. What? That was next level. Wild. I actually don't like what I'm doing. Now it's kind of straightening out. It's very awkward to meet. That's awkward to me too. That would be very, very dumb on account of d3. I have to go behind. And now we go behind. Okay. There's no way that we can lose this now. Oh wow, he just hung the pawn. Twice actually. What? Wait, I'm an idiot. Yeah. I could have pushed past. Yeah. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Ah, the stream and the bedroom. Both CSPD. Why am I not getting any views, by the way? Does anyone know that? Just asking for a friend. Sean or T-Sean. I'm gonna play one more move, ladies. One more game, rather. And then we're going to begin with the Catalan business. What do you reckon? Oh, Mr. Alien. Mr. Alien. Mr. Alien. What is Mr. Alien cooking this time around? Generally speaking, he's cooking brilliancies, right? What? Hello? Broski just casually hangs a queen and then plays on. You got to love the alien energy here. You got to love the alien energy. Knight G5. Really, broski? Ooh. I was about to say, I wonder which one he's going to sack, but like, my dude. In a way, I admire my man because he's playing for glory. And that is a very noble thing to do. He's gonna sack this too, by the way. In a way, I admire my man because he goes for glory. Now, there is none to be had, but I still respect. I still respect the concept. GG, boss. Oh, you got to love this guy. Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. He is the man. He is the man. Oh, God. That was an eyesore. Alright, last game and then we are going to go into actual chess because this is not it. This is not it. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Max is gonna take this, mark my words. Probably they should too. Now that, on the other hand, I don't think was a good capture. I think he's just dead here. Oh shit! Ah, yeah, I missed that, and so did he. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That was not pretty. Actually, I might be in some kind of trouble here, to be honest. I really don't know. Okay, not anymore. He should have pushed one of the pawns. Oh, shite. Fuck off. Bullet is where the bullshit happens. Oh, he's going full brain dead. Okay. He is going full brain dead. Normally I would never play more than 2 games against someone who plays the Stonewall with both colors. That means that you have so little life left in you. We have nothing in common, man. I actually mouse slipped that. I just hung the pawn on c4 and he just is casually not taking it because why would you? Okay, I give him one more chance to take. Oh, actually, he can't take it now. Chose the only time to take it when he couldn't. Oh, life is beautiful, innit? Life is beautiful when you're not playing bullet. GG. I said GG. He's not listening. Let's try it again. GG.
Come on your bike. On your bike.
Thank you. We are throwing them off now. Oof. Hi. This is not looking good. Ay. This shit even that witty guy, whatever his name is, would approve of, right? I don't know why I took that. Would that witty dude approve of this? If I had known that he was taking the pawn, I certainly wouldn't have played pawn here. Oh, please. I beg you to take that. That would be brilliant. Fuck is that? Check. Ah, shit. Yeah. With the alien, that's right. Okay, let me restore the score here because this guy annoyed me a little bit, so... Come F4. Come on, F4! Okay, it's not coming. Ooh, knight B3. Wow. What is my man doing? Okay, let's just... Nah, I have to do this. I played h5 to stop bishop here. Unfortunately, he prepared for... Ooh. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Or that. Now we have g5 next. Yep. That was not smart. I walked into this. Oh! Hello? Flag me, baby! Flag me! Come on!
Come on your bike.
Come on! Flag me!
Bike.
Flag me! What? Huh, I didn't know that was a move. I also didn't know that that was a move. This is turning out to be quite interesting. Oh! Hello! Maybe that was done by me. Yeah, yeah, we messed this up a little bit because I should have never lost this d4 pawn here. But endgame technique. Oh shit, and I allowed the capture. Ay, 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 ay. That was supremely dumb, but that move there. Oh, that too. Okay, now we've got a fair few guys on dark. Oh, please, put them all on dark. That would be beautiful. Okay. I don't know why I pulled this back, by the way. As a matter of fact, I don't exactly know what I want to do. I think I should go here at an opportune moment. King key, please. No? Oh shit, c3 is hanging. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude plays a solid 2100 level chess, but does it at a 2800 level speed. He wants to go to f4. I allow that. Let's go here. Oh. f4 was probably the move there. Still is. Oh wow, I didn't take f2. Intelligent player. Knight f4. That's a hell of a move. I love it when people don't resign in these types of positions. Yeah, alright, I'm calling it. I am calling it, guys. We have got much bigger fish to fry than playing bullet chess. We have got a beautiful set of games for today. Absolutely marvelous set of games. I just came across a Kramnik Navarra game and I nearly went like, yeah, let's do that. But then I realized that that is the last game I would ever show you on stream, given how the clown is treating Navarra. Hello, sausage. Okay, we have found it, ladies. Alright, let's begin. In today's continued Catalan lesson, we are going to have a look at this game right here. Why only 18 people today? That's a good question. We'll never know the answer to that one. It's because everyone is watching some really high quality chess being played over there with the alien. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me, Chief. Alright, let's go. This game is gonna be an absolute banger. And an old school Catalan game. Indeed, let's start the sesh. DC Queen C2, A6 Queen C4 or A4. These two are the most popular moves in the Catalan. Bishop D7 takes Bishop C6. The idea is to neutralize the long diagonal bishop with Bishop C6 and then step up to D5 or E4 if allowed and then break with C5. Bishop F4, Knight D5, going after our bishop on F4. And here we are going to play a very, very often seen, somewhat unusual, for many, somewhat unusual move that creates some fun imbalances in the position. What is our move? Well, engines have come a lot closer to equalizing against the Catalan, but it still is great. Yeah, Knight E5 is the idea, but not the move. The idea is to allow this to happen. And so we play the most natural move, but the most natural move is definitely not knight d2. Oh, Alexandra Chess is playing chess bingo. That's also why we don't have viewers. Knight c3, my friend. Not reinventing the wheel. The Swindon Inaugural Congress. I don't know what that is. Okay, so they took f4. We take back. The point of this operation is that now we have got a very firm grip on e5. c5 break is off the agenda. And so black is a little bit cramped, but that's about it. The engine would equalize here without any dramas whatsoever. Well, actually, this is Avruk himself, if you look at the bottom left. So, yeah, Avruk learned it from Avruk. Solid call, head dog man. Solid call. Alright, let's move on. A5 theory. 95. And this is also common that given that we gave them the bishop pair, it's okay to give up the Catalan bishop, especially because now we have got an additional filthy plan. White plays rook d1, white plays e3. It's always handy to connect the pawns like so. And ta-da! The mad lad starts to go after it. The mad lad starts to go after it with rook g1. Very cool idea. Holistic, how are you going, buddy? Whoa. This appears to be easily the worst time to stream, by the way, for some reason. Oh, Holistic, you are a legend. You are a legend. 95, King h1, and now we have got awkward pressure here as well. Objectively speaking, still dead draw, but you get to jump around on squares. And black is basically just sitting tight. There is nothing they can do, really. And then black came up with f6, which is, in my opinion, a bit ugly, but the engine approves. Knight f3, queen b6. And here Avruk played a very, very bold move that is actually not best by any means. But you don't need to play best moves to win chess games. What did the mad lad play? It doesn't destroy a pawn structure, my friend. That's exactly what we discussed earlier. That this strengthens your pawn structure, not ruins it. And you need to embrace that. It's not about what it feels like to you. It's about what it is objectively. And objectively, it's a pleasant change in the structure. And so you should not try to avoid it. F5 is gonna come, man, head dog. I suspect that maybe Queen B4 is, or even Queen B2 are adequate answers against it. Knight E4 is Abruk's favorite move here, hinting at the fact that Queen B2 is bad on account of punch. He played Queen F1. Now that is pretty wild. Queen B2? That was Mate. And now white only has one good move, which I don't think I would have... Oh, no, I take it back. I would have found it. Of course I would have found it. E4 to open up the diagonal. That would be nice, but C3 is hanging, so let's not do that. Yeah, that's it. We need to take D5. Only move. Absolutely only move. This allows us to be able to play Rook B1. And this is where Avruk did not play Rook B1, because he claims that Rook B1, Queen C2, Rook takes here, Rook F7, and black is totally fine. And, to be fair, it's difficult to argue with that statement. So what on earth are we doing then instead? Caffeine and Adderall addict. Welcome in, brother. I don't even know what Adderall is, by the way. What is Adderall? No, it's not Queen H3. I think Queen H3 is very well met by F5. Yeah, F5. Oh, ADHD met, okay. Meth addict. Wow. Good to see that I'm in good company. Good to see that I'm in good company. So what's the story here, guys? What do you reckon F5 is all about? What happens if they take? Yes, caffeine. Very good. We go knight h4. Something is in my mouth. What about g6? Trick question. No one is falling for it. Yes, we still take f5. Okay. They played rook f7. Take. King back. And let's continue the action. Oh wait, I'm lying. This could have been actually something. There's a very cool line here. This is not the game, but I'm curious. Yeah, exactly. Andreas Kjareng Winter. Andreas definitely sounds German, but the Kjareng is very Scandinavian. Are you Norwegian or something, buddy? This in a practical game is not so easy to hold. Only move. Know that king h8, rook g1, and we get mated. Queen d5. King e8 only move. Rook g1. I definitely would have played it. Yeah, Norwegian. Nice one. Do you know Rookie Redhead? Popular Norwegian streamer lady. Chess, that is. I was about to greet you in Norwegian, and then I realized that I know no Norwegian whatsoever, so I'm not gonna treat you in that lingo. Greet you, rather. Black has only one defensive measure here, and everything else loses. No, queen b4 actually loses. Who can find the winning move against queen b4? And once we find out what the winning move is, we'll find black's the only defense too, by the way. What's white's winning move here? Correct. Queen a6. And this is unstoppably Carnegie game over. Bishop f8 loses to check. Mr. Kingslayer, it shows that you're streaming, buddy. King d8. Queen f7, and we're going to win the bishop next. And yes, the correct move, the only correct move is queen b6. And now black manages to stay afloat. Just. But I would definitely play with this with white any day of the week. Anyway, the game didn't follow this path. After f5, black chickened out with queen b6. And now things are looking very schmicko. What? Tindy in the house? Is that man still alive? Bloody hell, Tindy. How are you going, big fella? So, queen b6 has to move. What do we do? Queen h3 for sure. Now, here, white actually can win material. Can you see, guys, how this line is absolutely fantastic? Wow. Yeah, this just goes to show how incredibly sharp 2600 GMs are. No, 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 no. Queen f5 is not gonna get you anything. It's something ridiculously tricky and beautiful. Tactics, I need a line here. I need a line. Ah, Tindy! Tindy! Tindy is the man who is very close. Both Tindy and Tactics blundered and Mate blundered their queens. That's a world record that 3 of you blundered the same queen, the same line, the same stupid way. But credit is still given because instead of the utterly nonsensical knight g5 that loses the game, if any of you had found knight e5 instead, you would have been brilliant. Shout out to all 3 of you for seeing that difficult part of the motif, but ensuring that you hung your queen at the same time. Yeah, 95. And we're in an exchange because of the pin. And yes, I do private coaching, but with the thing of starting very soon, the ChessCom event for the world's best coach, where we recruit people and then we coach them, I will be definitely not taking new students for that 1 month. Afterward, I might. Who was that superhuman? Geirerik. What's the reason your line fails? What is your line, bro there? You said rook g7, queen h5, and rook g1, which is fascinating because there's only white moves. Not now, Sausage, because like I said, I won't be able to take any more students for at least a month. I don't understand this line. Like, what the hell? Like, hello? No, unfortunately, it's not celebrities. It's just ordinary people. Cool. Sounds good, Sausage. Hey, Jez. So yeah, that was a line, but apparently, and that's the worst part, Avruk saw this, and he evaluated that white doesn't have enough. Rook f8, take, and black holds. Which is another layer on top of being a 26 hundo. I think he would have gone for it though. But the opponent messed up because the opponent played here rook e8. And this is a blunder. But can we see why? This is a toughie for sure. Sacked of walk. It would be very nice indeed to sack the walk, but I need a full line. As always, we need a full line. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is I need a line. Rook g7, king g7. I don't understand what things evolve line tries to say, so let's try it again. So can you please bother a little bit to type in the black moves as well, so I understand what you're trying to say? Because everyone sees rook takes, check, and then king h8, but what then? I'm going to refuse to engage until you guys type in a line that makes at least some sense. Or at least is coherent. Currently we are dealing with neither. Hello, Sledgehammer. Rook lift is too slow. Rook lift is gonna be too slow. I don't understand Andreas's line. Ayushman, I saw your line. Stockfish approves. Yeah, so the idea is take, check here, and knight h4. And now check, check is a mate threat. So against a null move, we have got check, check. If king back mate, if king here, then mate. And as such, this is carnage here. Okay, what's the win now? What's the win now? Rook to g6, and if bishop f8, Yeah, I'm not digging rook h6, rook g6. Resign the game. That is a very good option all the time. Yep, very good. Anything else? There's a very cute move here to be played, guys. This is the key position. It turns out that we have a lot of time. More than we usually do in the middle of an attack. Yes, Ayushman, you are on fire, buddy. You are on fire. Take, and the idea is queen f5 to get to the king. What do we do now? What do we do now? Queen f5, and if queen takes c6? Then we have knight f8, winning the king. Not the queen. Put your hand on your heart and tell me that you saw mate and not the stupid queen capture. That is how you defeat the 2600 GM. I must say that that's pretty impressive in my book. Why would 97 not work? Because then it's a single check, not a double check. And as a result of that, I can take the queen and you're going to cry a lot. And that's not what we like to do in a game of chess. Are we ready for the next game? Because the next game is gonna be a lot more epic. This was a meh game compared to the one that is about to come. This one is going to be full of life and fire. Just like the streamer himself. Okay, let's go. Back to Catalan. Mainline Catalan. And they take the pawn. And that's how we turn a Catalan into a Catalan gambit, friends. Let's go. White to move. What do we do? E4, or you are not on my stream, correct? Very good. E4, A5. Rook E1, rook e8, and he white played the move that I really like, and I rarely think of this, and I should think of this move more often because it usually does a lot of damage. Ayanoki Kiyotaka. You are a Japanese dude. D5. Ayushman, is that you or your stockfish that is watching the stream right now? What is the learning intention of this stream? That's a very good question. I would say chess. That is the learning intention, Mr. Murray. Chess. That I'm offering you here game analysis, and you can learn everything from it. You can learn openings, middle game, strategy, tactics, and even a bit of endgame. What do we do now? Galfin didn't play the move that you think he did. But that's not to say that he did the right thing. According to the machine, the obvious move is the good move. Yeah, d6 is recommended by the machine. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Murray. I don't know what answer you expected, by the way. I'm genuinely curious. Yeah. So d6, bishop f8, and then something is going to block on d7. Potentially the bishop steps up to c6. It's quite playable. Galfin instead opted for keeping the tension and played knight e5, putting his pieces in the center, which is also very logical, but according to the engine, not quite as precise. Take, and now this whole Shimazol is going to blast open. Take, take, and this is where the mistake is made. Bishop e6 was the best move. Once again, not releasing tension, but instead putting some more love onto it. I think the reason why black didn't do it is because they didn't like this. But apparently black is fine. I mean, how can you be not fine when you have got the most beautiful development on earth? Still, there is a bit of a tactical vision required, because we lose the knight, but then we win the bishop. Wow. Okay. They took. This was badness. Why was it badness? Jazz says, let's take on f7. Jazz, can you offer us a variation that would highlight the ideas associated with this genius-looking strike? Queen h5 is recommended, but that is well met by g6, so that we can't do. Yeah, okay. So you're telling me knight takes, king takes, and then check. What do you do after g6 there? I'm not sure if I am sold on this. More importantly, what do you do if I just go back? No, I'm being an idiot. After check, I just go back. You take, I go here. Let's work on this a bit, shall we? That line wasn't bad, but it was definitely not best. Definitely not best. I mean, let's be honest. Queen h5 check is actually forcing my king back to safety. Yeah, definitely. After take, you want to take check so the king can't escape. Alright, and only after bishop e6 do you go check here, because now we're going to pick off e6 as well. That is the correct order. So they drop to g6. And now we are going to go on a chasey. Let's go on a chasey. What is our move now, folks? Queen c2 is met by bishop f5. Not the best. Not the best. Rasul Najafi, welcome. Loving the YouTube subs. Thank you so much. It's actually not that bad, because after queen c2, bishop f5, queen c4, we have got mate threats. Ayushman, you need to be a little bit more chill, buddy, about other people's recommendations. Mr. Marcus Aurelius comes in, and the first thing he does is that he undoes his fly and just puts it out on the table in the style of Jose Arcadio Buendía from 100 Years of Solitude. Just enters the scene and immediately unzips the fly. What a man. What a legend. In style of Jose Arcadio Buendía. That's the move, ladies. Matutski.
Oh, that's outrageous. The guy is so talented, it's beyond a joke.
There you have it, ladies. Rook e5 by Mr. Aurelius. Bishop f5, and I'm sure that now we have got some follow-up shenanigans. So what now, ladies? Okay, rook f5, queen f5, queen check, sexy. What do we do after bishop g5 though? Like, let's not stop in the middle of a line because that's a little bit anticlimactic. h4? So take, check, bishop g5, h4? I would be a bit worried about this being under attack. Now, rook f5 is definitely correct. Bishop f7 just hangs. Rook takes, king takes, queen h5 correct, but after g5 we need to continue the line. Until then we were correct. Why not pawn g4? Because king takes f4. I don't know which position you're talking about though, so it makes it harder to respond. But g4 right now makes very little sense because after bishop d3 our queen has been shut out of operation. So once again we need to pursue take, queen h5, g5. And then do something cool. But it seems like everyone is sleeping on the job. Yes, we do take h7, that's it. So check here, and check. And all of a sudden it's mate. And so bishop g5 is the best move, against which we also take. Sorry, maybe that was a bit too fast. So g5, check. If the king goes here, then h3 mate. King goes here, it's mate here. King has nowhere else to go. So bishop g5, and again you go check. King f6 only. And incredibly, we only have one way to win this. And it's not a forced mate. Bishop g5, king g5, h4 just provokes, or rather helps me to go back to f6, and then you seem to have run out of checks. This is probably the toughest idea to find in the whole attack. If you go take queen g7, then I have king f5. And as much as it's very difficult to believe, I will slither out of trouble. That line also, Mr. Aurelius, after queen f7 check, I just go to h6. Not h7, because then it's mate here. But after h6, you don't even have a check left. The point is that at this point... Oh. There actually is a forced mate here. Ouch. Ay, 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 ay. Yes, f4 is the mate. f4 is the mate indeed. King f6, and now we have got a very easy mate in 8. So if you feel like you are ready to rock and roll with a mate in 8, knock yourself out. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would find this in a game. It is ridiculously difficult. Apart from Ayushman, who is clearly 2800, for the rest of us, I don't think it's doable. I mean, I would win this game with white, right? But I wouldn't be able to calculate the win from here. Not a chance. I'm very confident that I would win it, and I'm also very confident that I couldn't calculate the mate from here. Bit of mukbang. Until now, it's easy. This is where it gets hard. Bishop f3 I can take. King f2 is very creative. I like King f2 a lot actually. Well, check looks problematic. Thank you Araya Sharma for the sub. It's actually funny because it's a force made in 5, but that's the only win. Like any other move is already non-winning. Which is pretty wild. Are we ready? Yeah, like I told you, there's no way I would have seen it. It's a3 check. King takes. And this silent move is what makes this an absolute banger of an idea. Queen f5. And basically there is no good way to stop the mate. If you try queen d7, then we've got check and mate here. Not bad. Not bad. Gelfand didn't see this. He's an amateur, this Gelfand guy. And in this position he played bishop f7, which is the second best move. But it's, in a way, it's lame. Because it's guaranteed no mate. It's guaranteed win material. The game ended in the following fashion. Queen d6, check. And black gave up since rook takes queen check is just too much. That was Gelfand Georgiev. Not bad, I would say. Not bad. Exactly. What an absolute rookie. Alright. Final action. Although I promise you I wouldn't put on Kramnik Navarre because that's not a pairing that I'm ever gonna display. Not if it's Kramnik winning. But a Kramnik game is still okay. And this one is going to be against Najditch. I don't know, Victor, because I don't know your strengths and weaknesses. So I have no idea what you should focus on next. So we transposed into a Catalan. And you can, guys, pick up the gauntlet from here. So let's go. Let's nurture that chess intuition even in alien territory. Most of you, I guess, wouldn't be necessarily Catalan players. E4 jumps at you. Yeah, but then after knight b6, you're going to be in trouble guarding this. Also, when you play e4 in the Catalan, it's often loosening d4 a little bit. Nonetheless, the engine likes it. The engine actually likes the move. Not as a preference, but they like it. Shalal, welcome in, welcome in. What about b3? Indeed, what about it? Isn't that hanging though? Like, why would you want to sack it when you can just win it? Is my question. Knight d7, take. And now we have got a beastly bishop. And we have got a garbage knight here. Queen b3, bishop d7, obviously hoping to... I actually don't know why they played bishop d7 here. I would have played bishop c5 and castles. This looks a bit weird. Now I'm guessing everyone wants to play e4. Am I guessing correctly? Because I would. Sure as heck I would. Yeah, I would definitely go e4 here. Kramnik played knight c3. That's a different idea. I suppose that he really wants to extend the bishop's diagonal. Okay, what do you do now? There are 3 good moves here for white. I'm very curious what we are going to settle for. One is a bit flashy. The other 2 are regular. Let's go. Rook d1 is 3rd best. Knight c2 is really, really bad because it's going backwards and that's not acceptable in chess. The only problem with Rook d1 is that it doesn't really put any pressure on the opponent and they can just castle. But other than that, it's a decent move for sure. Phil in the house! Holy Moses! That's not a daily occurrence. Now, knight f5, speaking of Phil, is the high T move. That's how you display that, in fact, you have got a girlfriend, a wife, and a side chick of the wife and the side chick of the girlfriend. So that's 4 Sheilas. That's an immediate giveaway when you play a move like this. Right? That is the chess move. Not best though, funnily enough. Not best. Best is simply to take d5. The reason for that is because after bishop d4, we can win a pawn on b7. And that's pretty easy, but actually the engine's preference is just slightly more obscure. Bishop e3, knight e3, then b7 is very difficult to hold. This is a typical Catalan position that looks very unassuming, but in fact black is borderline lost here. Because in order to defend b7, I have to play something very, very wild. Like rook here, which allows queen a3, cutting off castling and picking off a7. Anywho, after knight d5, they took back. Now, good old Volodymyr played knight f5. And his opponent, unsuspectingly, decided to castle a little bit. With the idea of securing, of course, the king. So what now? Being unsafe. How is knight f5 unsafe? You mean unsafe for black, right? Knight g7. Wow, Mr. Zebra. But what happens if king takes back? Queen c3 hangs the queen a little bit. No, actually, you were on the right track. Yeah, so knight g7, and if king g7, then we take the knight first, and then we check down the bishop. These guys can make it look so easy against like 2600 level. Knight g7, knight f6. Now our knight is trapped. Are we sad? Are we happy? What's going on? Shady, that accomplishes nothing, buddy. I can just go home and break the pin. Yeah, unfortunately, Zebra, that's all of us. We are all the intuition guys, and we all pass the patent to the calculating guy. I will nominate the calculating guy to be Mr. Marcus Aurelius. He seems to be all over that shit. Why are you so panicking, guys? Like, why don't you just develop in peace and be happy? Okay, I have to tell you. There is a beautiful variation here after knight g4. Holy smokes. The first person to find a win here is going to be the first person to find a win here. But boy, am I gonna be impressed. Why to move be a rock star? This is how you score brilliances, my friends. Anyone? No, I'll show you. Knight a6, 5 rather, takes, and for the second time, we are cashing in. That is an absolute banger of a motif. And what makes it really cool is that it actually carries a third fret. Because I can defend the bishop and the mate at the same time with queen here. But then comes the very unpleasant check, which now actually wins the queen. No matter where I go with the king, knight check wins the queen. Ay, 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 ay. And so knight played queen e7. Queen f3. Bishop c6. Queen f4. Inching closer to mate. And now Kramnik just plays chess. Rook c1, bishop d6, queen h4. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, is a great time to resign. Who can tell me the winning move for white after this? Excellent job, Mate. Bishop g5, king takes check, and we pick off the material. Very good. The game ended knight g8, tuck, tuck, and knight e6. Liquidating into a completely winning ending, as now Kramnik is gonna pick off 3 pawns. Added extra plus rook for 2 minors. Knight decided to play on for a few more moves, but eventually he decided that enough is enough. Made it look so easy, didn't he? Alright, ladies, that's gonna be enough of the Catalan for today. I would like to now offer you an opportunity to play a few games. So if anyone wants to challenge me to a game of unrated Blitz or Bullet, I am game. Yeah, Kramnik would probably begin the process against himself. Alright, let's play some gambits. I didn't think that d4 would cause such a shock that my opponent goes into a massive thing. Okay. He's definitely not gonna accept it. Guaranteed. Mysterious Meteor just challenged me to a game on chess.com like you would challenge anybody else. I knew that he was not gonna accept it. It is not in my courses. Most definitely not. He's not moving slow, he's moving slowly. Play the Blumenfeld. I would. If I were given the opportunity. That's a pawn sack, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. They can take and take, and they can also straight take this. And neither of them is good for me. I played this guy last time too, and he was very slow back then too. I mean, come on, bruv. Move 8 and half of your time is gone? Really? Like, welcome to playing on intuition, eh? Alright. Oh la la. Okay, so I thought I would take bishop takes, queen takes bishop e3 and take it from there. You know, alternatively knight c3, knight e2, queen e2, but nah, then I'm pinned awkwardly, so let's go. I don't know. Do you know Chess Zebra? Queen d3. Okay, let's go check. We swing across. If f5, that is. No, this is not Zebra. He goes like, there's no freaking way a Zebra could survive this long before being this low. Queen d7. Okay. I actually don't entirely hate my position. Like, it feels playable. Bishop d6, knight b5 maybe. a6, knight d6, queen d6. I mean, pick off f7. Yeah, there might be a few natural looking moves here that are actually not that great. He's definitely dedicated to the cause of losing on time before move 20. Knight g4, I have queen f5. Not anymore. I just pull back here to cut out queen knight g4 and also prepare bishop f4. Let's see if he sucks it in. Yes, he did. But luckily for him, he has knight e5 that doesn't lose on the spot. You did what? Hello? GG. Next one, please. No, next one? Oh, come on. Shame on you. A3, Jesus. Now is the time when you regret A3, my friends. Hello, Arsenal. How are you going? I really wanted to put this rook on c8 after castles, but castles g6 here, I don't know, man, it looks a bit wild. I don't want to give him so much oomph. Maybe rook h2 is a decent move here. It also somewhat steps out of the diagonal. Yeah, he's playing good chess now. d5, ed, knight d, knight d, bishop d is interesting though, no? d5. Yeah, I don't know if that exchange sack is good or not. Alternatively, I could go knight b6, knight c4. Okay, let's go here. The only problem with playing this is that I'm literally forcing this idea. Cheetah, I am indeed. Vandemesk, I don't know if you are in the queue. I will just take them one at a time and I'll take it from there. Like what you should be doing here is what I'm going to talk about in my next YouTube video. Which is exactly what he's doing. Always sack the exchange. That being said, queen d5 is not even necessarily best. Yeah, like this is interesting. Maybe let's score a tempo here. Bishop b5, castle, queen d5. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Bishop d4. That surprises me. Which is not to say it's a bad move. I didn't see it though. As an idea, it didn't occur to me. Don't I have bishop here ideas? Maybe if bishop here, then rook h4. Maybe now I could take h6 though, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'll play bishop d6, and if it defends this, yeah, if either rook moved, then I'm gonna take an h6, and I think he's just dead. Because all of a sudden my king is safe as. This is a good fight. This is a good fight. Still is. Now I don't know if I should take or king. I think I should take actually to. Huh. So if I go here, h6 check, king b1, bishop e5, take, king takes, queen takes, and then queen g2 check, and I'm fucked. I think. Yeah, maybe I should have already taken instead of bishop here and then h6. I think I messed it up there. Yeah, that was stupid. I really shouldn't have played bishop d6. I should have just taken this and h6 and I'm completely winning, I think. I didn't do it because of bishop e5, but then I have bishop here. Oh no, they had bishop takes, but then bishop takes queen d5. Yeah, that was the win. I just needed to take this and h6. Now this is still open. Maybe not anymore. Maybe. Note how we are defending here now. Yeah, he's cooked now. But he played well. Oh, yeah. That was a mouse slip. It was a good contest. It was a good contest. What? Let me see this. I think I played one thing very stupidly. According to the engine... Oof. Okay, never mind. Only a lazy mating one. Yeah, I was correct. This was bad. This was bad, and I thought that take and h6 was winning, and I'm correct. Yeah. I saw the exchange sack, and I don't regret that I allowed it, but white is better objectively here after h6. Which makes me wonder if I should have played here something else altogether. Anyway, on to next. The mate in one blunder was Classico though. Hey Loren, how are you going? Yeah, doing golden. Cheers. And you? No, actually, no, I don't. I wouldn't call it a royal piece of shit. No, not at all. I think that was actually a really fun game. I mean, the mate in one blunder was terrible, but other than that, it was a really, really fun attacking to and fro game. Oh, hello, 95. No, I think it was great. I really liked your exchange sack. I was actually genuinely worried about that, and it was a brilliant call by you. I mean, it was forced, but nonetheless, it was a good call. Ay, brother, what is happening here? I was gonna take, but I realized that, why would I? That dark squared bishop is a beast. I want to go castles and then c5. That's why I put this queen here. Maybe 96 one day. I go c5. What opening should an attacking player play? Attacking openings. Do I follow soccer? You mean football? Not as much as I used to when I lived back in Europe. I used to be a big Juventus and Bayern Munich fan. Yeah, this might have been a shit move in hindsight. I mean, it's harder to choose not attacking openings, in my opinion, than attacking ones, right? I don't know what I'm doing, man. I mean, I'm pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure even Z that you can see what openings are by nature inherently aggressive and others that are inherently very low T. So you can become a London player or you can play attacking chess. Make your call. But also, you must accept that it doesn't matter how you tweak your opening repertoire, inevitably there will be variations, lines thrown at you where you don't get to attack. So, it's a preference, not a guarantee. My D4 club players' repertoire is pretty aggressive and attacking, but there are a fair bit of positional lines in there too. No, the Hübner doesn't really... What? Is it my turn? How? Oh, knight c6. Oh, I didn't realize it was my turn. My bad. I wouldn't say that the Hübner is violating... I don't feel like my brain is not working. No, the Hübner is fine. But it's very subtle and very, very positional and quiet and maneuvery and all of the above. So you need to be careful when you learn that stuff. Holistic, I hate to tell you this, but that is the worst kind of chess you can possibly play as a beginner. Like, there is no worse way to play chess than being passive, timid, and materialistic. Like, that is the only style that most people tend to be able to beat up, irrespective of what level they are on. Like, materialism is already terrible. As a beginner, it's absolutely awful. Like, you should turn that around 100% if you ever want to be successful. And that means, by the way, I hate to tell you this, that you already learned the game the wrong way. What? Check? King g8, wow. I'm very itching to... I would love to take this, by the way. Okay, fuck it, I just need to win this game. Well, it wasn't a psychological trap for you. Someone didn't do their due diligence when they taught you chess. Okay, let's have some fun. I don't want that knight to come in. Oh, hello, Mr. Guy. Please don't ask why I'm playing the moves I'm playing. I'm just... It's a good way for me to engage with the chat. Very clean. Very clean Tindy indeed. Very clean. Like a hippo's asshole after an aggressive diarrhea attack. Don't I have e5, e6 here? No, I do not, because of knight g4. I'm definitely not thinking straight. Do you guys know that hippos like fart their shit out, and as it comes out, they wag their tail as the poo comes out to spray it all over the shop? I don't know why it occurred to me, but I thought that I would share you this little piece of intel. Mate, it's almost always g6. It almost always is g6. Phil does the same with his tail too. Spraying his shit all over the shop. I think they mark territory with it, but also they just tell you to piss off like that. Do I want c5? Take, take, take. No, I don't. I'm also thinking take, take, b5. Bishop b7, take, take, knight d5. Yeah, that looks alright. I mean, yeah, clearly, guys, a beneficiary of me being a walking encyclopedia of knowledge. Oh, I totally agree with that. Yeah, hippos are total douchebags. And so, yeah, they should have been hunted to extinction, not rhinos. I'm fully seconding that sentiment. No, I don't necessarily. I mean, I do recommend avoiding the Nimzo in my D4 club players course, but not because of a principle, but simply to cut back on potential variations to learn. But on principle, I think embracing and engaging with the Nimzo is a very good thing. Is he gonna go queen here? I think he is. I don't think so. Like, I don't know what you mean by many options for black. Against most Nimzo lines that white can choose, apart from e3, black is... Yeah, there is not a million choices there. I can't believe that I talked him into going to a5, by the way. Do I have bishop g4 next? That's a unique motif, which usually is not on. But that cuts down f5. Rather cuts out f5. It looks dumb. Let's say h5, I take. Queen takes, then I have knight d6. And if knight takes... Queen a4? Well, I guess, let's try it, why not? Yeah, the E3, maybe there is 94 here and F5. There is a fair bit of theory to learn with the E3 Nimzo for sure, but the E3 Nimzo is almost the equivalent. That's the D4 equivalent of the Ruy Lopez. Like, there is so many pawn structures, so many cool ideas, so many epic things going on that you definitely would want to not miss out on that. It's like when, you know, a Latina and an Asian girl offer you a threesome. Like, you just don't say no. It's as simple as that. Like, just that there is no that is not on the cards that you would say no. Mr. Guy is coming in strong with a let's see, 5. Fuck it, let's do this, which opens the king side, defends this, and we're good. Mr. Guy, I'm going to have a look, maybe, although it's getting rather late, but I might have a look at it next. Given that you just paid for it. I don't like what I'm doing. Bishop F8 holds. Yeah, this was not clean. This was not clean. Okay, I will play one more game and then I will have a look at Mr. Guy's game. The advice of the day. Which one is that? Oh, about the two ladies, right. Well, I'm somewhat depressed if you had to hear the advice. Because otherwise it wouldn't have occurred to you. Yeah, it is the same one more indeed. You said no to two. Oh my god! Chess player match? Oh, mate! You kidding me? No, I will go back to regular time, but next week is going to be a bit hectic. I don't know if I will be able to stream on any other day apart from... Wait the fuck up, am I not winning here? Apart from Wednesday. Someone is blundering here some shit. Maybe Bishop... Wait, what? Yeah, this is a Caro player. You are right, indeed. Oh wow, that was a subtle mouse slip by me. That would then definitely not be my regret if one of them was a goth, but I guess it's each to their own. Okay, the Queen B8 mouse slip was definitely subtle, but now somehow we're still on top. Well, I mean, would you have been very proud of yourself if I mouse slip here and then you took me? Like, does that give you the satisfaction of, yeah, I defeated and I am? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know what to do. Maybe come in here. Maybe here. Yeah, my play is very shaky today, so I'm definitely calling this the last. Do we want g5, bishop e5, knight d8? Looks passive as hell. So let's go. Dude is actually playing alright, I have to say. I'm not making it easy on me. I'm not even sure if I'm not in some kind of a pickle here. Maybe knight, knight, knight. Ah, that is horrid. That is the worst move of the game. Like, you should have played rook b2, b5. I never understand what makes people play shit like this. Like, you can no longer ever create a passer. Your knight still can't move because the rook is hanging. It's like, Jesus wept, man. Like, what were you thinking? And now king here loses the bishop. Yeah, that move alone deserved to lose the game as far as I'm concerned. I still have a bit of work to do. Oh, this is nice. Knight takes in the mate. But that a5 move was butt ugly. I was, but I'm calling it a day now. Slash sci physics. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. Now I can take and check the rook down. But I also have check, which is maybe even cleaner. And now check, check, and mate. Oh, that's not mate. That's the mate. GG! GG, and Mr. Guy sent us a game. That's what we are going to put on the agenda for today as last. Oh, it's psychic, not physics. Ah, same thing, psycho. Alright, let's go. What is this mad lad up to? Queen b3, Jesus wept. Next game, please. Man, how can you do this? You are playing the French with both colors. And you're playing queen b3? How could you do that to yourself? Ay, 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 mate. Like, what is going on? Like, there's so many theoretical moves here. Bishop e2, a3, bishop d3. And we play queen to b3. Ay, 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 ay. That was sinfully ugly, my friend. Wow. Like, right out of the opening, after 8 moves, we are already worse. In the French. Yay, 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 yay. If you trade that bishop off now, I'm gonna cry. So, matey, I have no idea what you're doing. I have absolutely no idea. As a black, fuck this Magnus shit. I hate this. It's not funny. You used to play this bullshit line with bishop d7 to trade the bishop. And you would spend like 5 moves to trade this crap off. This was what you learned from chess mode. And now with the white pieces playing against the exact same stuff, you go out of your way to trade queens first, ruin your structure, and then trade their bishop off like that. Like you do what they want to happen. Like you don't even let them do what they want to do, you do it for them. How is this possible? You are a French player with black, or you were, hopefully. Man, this is an eyesore. Ouch. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we've clearly worse in every aspect of the way. Whereas pawn structure, whereas pieces, everything is slightly worse. I'm pretty sure that that's hanging. Ay, 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 matey. Also note, by the way, that your time consumption is absolutely atrocious. But perhaps you were somewhat influenced by your opponent's crazy fast play. Mr. Chess Dojo! Hello, hello, hello! I made many good points, not just one. Thank you for the raid, friend. I hope you are doing well. I would love to see you again at the next World Championship, sir. For all time's sake, we'll catch up, share a drink while analyzing with Vichy and the other kings of chess, hey? Those were the times. Alright, let's move on. H4 blunders the game away. Take, take, take. F4, F5. Acceptable. I wouldn't have played it. I would have rerouted the knight in here, but whatever. I don't know if I would have taken that. That's hanging. Dude, I don't know why you sent me this game, but this is tragic. This is absolute. What? That's hanging. Book. Now black is losing the plot. Just trade, trade, trade. Oh my god, rook d8. Surely that was a mouse slip and it needed to go to e8. Ay, 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 ay. That was a nice tactic. That was a nice tactic. Yeah, the calculation seems to be more or less on point. I have to praise you. The calculating bits were great. Everything else, inexplicable. Can you explain to me why you're not going mate here? Hello? Sounds good, Master Chess Dojo, sounds good. Like, how on earth can you go back here when this is a mate in one thread? Hi, yi, 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 yi. Mr. Guy. Rook here. Not check, check and run the pawn. Also, I don't understand why your opponent is playing this. Right. Yeah, very interesting. The opening was disastrous. The early middle game was disastrous, and then we were dead lost. Like, and then when it came to calculating, somehow you pulled through. This was the biggest mystery, by the way, in the whole game. Like, I have no idea what this movie is meant to be. Like, what was the plan if takes? It's so random. Yeah, I would say that we scored here a hugely lucky victory, because I have a very strong suspicion that rook d8 was a mouse slip, and after rook e8, you would have been completely cooked. Completely cooked. Oh, Kingslayer is raiding us too. What the hell? I wanted to raid you, bruv. Oh well. Mr. Rose Fleur. I will not have the time for that now, because I will have a look at one more of these from Mr. Guy, who is being very generous to me, and in return I rose the heck out of him. And then I'm gonna call it a night. Yeah, I know, I noticed. Thank you, Lauren. Okay, this is good. This is very good. This is very good. FYI, here c5 is a very popular idea with subsequent bishop c4. Exactly, Lauren. But this is fine. This is some kind of theory too, by the way, I believe. Wait, is this a mouse slip? But Mr. Guy, you are playing an endgame. Like, king in the middle is making no sense whatsoever. That's where it's meant to be. Like, I wish you hadn't said that. Like, what made Black's position better than yours, among other things, was that their king was better placed than yours. The king was meant to be in the center. And you were not meant to throw away pawns meaninglessly at it, because you have no attack there. Also here, I don't understand rook c1 for the life of me. Like, d5 is under pressure. Wouldn't you naturally want to cover the d5 pawn? Why would you put it on c1? How was that an endgame? Okay. Alright, I didn't expect that to be a question, but let's go back. So, do you see how there are no queens on the board here? And do you see how there is absolutely zero chance, like none whatsoever? Like, you have got absolutely zero chance to do anything against this king. Like, how, man? How? Like, I'm gonna land a date with a steamy night follow-up with Sweeney within 24 hours is a much more likely scenario than you hurting this king. Much more. In fact, it's almost certain. If we look at the relative likelihood of either event, then yeah, she better buy, you know, some accessories to get ready. This is the definition of an endgame, man. Which, by the way, most people define an endgame by the concept of the queens are off and there is absolutely no way that either kings could get hurt, meaning that they are safe to centralize, which your opponent has already done. Because all they do is they play rook e8. Even if I remove your pieces from these absolutely miserable squares and I put them in your hand, you could not put it on the board in a way that could hurt me. I don't understand what you're trying to argue here, Chief. Like, 16 points of material. What am I supposed to do with that information? I was taught under 9 points. I don't know who taught you, but they should not teach anything whatsoever that is associated to chess. Like, think for yourself, man. Don't regurgitate nonsense like anything under 9 points. Like, how do you want to hear exploit the king? Tell me. Like, I give you back-to-back 10 moves. You can't give me a check. How? Like, what is the plan? I can't possibly believe, by the way, that people told you that 9 points shit. Like, that is absolutely insane. I hope you didn't pay money to that guy who told you that. Like, we're not talking here some obscure stuff that, oh, I might have a chance. You either do or you don't. It's chess, man. It's not like a weather forecast or the lotto numbers. It's very measurable and objective. Like, which piece do you hope to assemble around this king? When you have to defend this pawn and I'm coming at the e-file like this. If anything, your king is a lot more likely to get in trouble than black's. Far more likely. Because you can't actually prevent me from coming in without losing further material. Because your rook is glued to d4. So I didn't expect this to be something that I needed to explain to you. But yeah. That 9 point nonsense, forget about that. Attacking the king here, like, forget about that. And the game is exactly the best reference point for you, by the way, because even in the game where your opponent played absolute red hot garbage, you have zero chance to attack the king if they play the non-mouse slip rook e8. Like, you can't do shit. You're dead lost. Like, to give you an idea of how bad it is, a Grandmaster game would not continue from this position. Like, any decent GM would resign this. With white. Not a chance that this continues. It's about -4. Anyway, let's go quickly on to the other game. So yeah, rook c1 was less precise than rook d1. I don't follow the logic of it. Yeah, so here is the thing. Your opponent says, I want to take you on d5 and split your pawn chain. And our response to that is, sure, do that. When, in fact, you could have gone, no, that is not happening. Thank you very much. I keep my pawn chain intact. And I hit you with a tempo. Easy peasy. Not to mention, by the way, that after CD, c5 is actually almost... yeah, potentially hurting you. There's a lot going on here after rook d1, but rook c1 looks like a mouse slip to me. Maybe it was. Now we are doing great because your opponent is being a potato. That move wouldn't have occurred to me in a million years here. I would have almost certainly played rook d1. And then d6 and then rook c7. That is completely misunderstanding the position. Like, you've got no business here with a kingside attack. Yeah, that move there makes very little sense. So does that. Yeah, black is doing actually pretty okay now as a result of this completely unwanted trade. Why what? Can you ask a specific question so I can give you a proper answer? Why is this bad? For two reasons. A, it doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever. Two, the pawn just moved up to e5, so the bishop is shooting to its back. Doesn't exactly look like a rock star. Three, the greatest asset you have in the position is a d5 pawn, so you need to pursue this pawn. That is not a defender. I don't like this idea of you looking at it as a defender. In this position, you have no business whatsoever to conduct a kingside attack. The reason for that is because you don't have space to do that. Just because you see a fianchettled bishop, it doesn't give you the right to think that you are attacking. In fact, the way how your pieces are laid out, it's crystal clear that you should be playing center and queenside. You have got nothing to do here. Like, how? How do you attack any of this now? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you traded off your attacker, not their defender. But this was the attacker of the queen side. Like, this had no added value whatsoever. And since all of your pawns are on white, by the way, and likely they will remain so, many of them, there's a strong chance that this bishop is going to be a bad piece on the long run. And there was a very strong chance that this is gonna be a rock star. So trading this off served no purpose whatsoever. None. And your subsequent play demonstrates it. Like rook c2, that shows that you want to double and play on the queen side. So what was the point of trading off a piece that is looking to the queen side for a piece that isn't? You are losing value here. Yeah, this was pretty decent. Okay, so this is actually the exact precise position why you wouldn't want to trade bishops like this for this. Imagine the exact same position with those two bishops on. You would be so much happier. Now you can't even contest this beautiful blockader. In fact, if I remove the heavy pieces from the board, you are worse. That tells me, Mr. Guy, that you're not watching my YouTube channel, because there is a YouTube video on my channel called The Secret of the Fianchetto Bishop that even Anish Giri complimented me for. And yet, here we are. Yet, here we are. That's a nice tactic, though. It's quite amazing that you have 1500, and out of the 1500, I would say that about 1350 is pure tactics. Which tells me that for you, chess improvement should come very, very easily once we erase these strategic nonsenses out of your head. Sorry, I pressed two incorrect buttons. So here, after knight f5 followed by knight d4, you are clearly worse. Good. I suggest that that's the next one you visit. You were very lucky that they did take you. Oh, that is tragic. That is absolutely tragic. So, something like check and then queen d2 to be able to meet the check looks to me like black is definitely not worse. In fact, I would probably prefer to be black here. Like, they blundered into a mate with a terrible, terrible move here, which you forgot to go for, brother. So here we had check, check, and check. Lucky I praised you for calculation and tactics, hey? Did you actually miss that? That is a beautiful zigzag check, check, check. Yeah, and now it's fixed. Yeah, you got lucky here. A little bit, because this position is not better. This is again a textbook case that there's absolutely nothing you can attack about this king if your opponent doesn't lose the plot. And you have to be very precise. Because if you allow this check and then trade here, you are worse. In fact, in this position there is one move that holds equality and everything else is worse for white. So much for your 9 points and the king, eh? What? Oh, okay, I get it. OG. What? Ay, 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 brother. F4 announcing check, check. Ouch. Let's just keep it simple, man. Queen back. And that's it. And then you have got queen f3. Oh, boy. This was bad news. What time control was this game? Dude, it's 15-10. That means that you have got here a lot of time to realize what's kicking off here. I disagree. You had plenty of time here. Exactly 26 seconds to recognize that this was threatened. So all you needed to do was to ask yourself, how can I control either of these squares? There's not an abundance of answers, like, done. And now you have extra 10 seconds on the clock. Mr. Losfleur, that will have to be next stream when I look at that game. I'm gonna call it a night now, guys. It's getting late. I've been on for a fair while. You take care, lovely humans. Thank you, Mr. Guy, for the donation. And I'm gonna raid you off to Uncle Jesse. Take care, lovely humans. Next week I will definitely be streaming Wednesday. I don't know if any other day I will be available. We will have to play it by the ear. Next week is gonna be a bit of a mess. Bye.